Welcome to late medieval fashion, complexity, and social upheaval. I am Owl, the storyteller, and I will guide you through the fascinating world of late medieval fashion. Let's set the stage for our journey. The late Middle Ages, spanning roughly from the 14th to the late 15th centuries, was a period of immense change and upheaval. This era was marked by significant events that reshaped the social, economic, and cultural landscapes of Europe. Europe was still reeling from the devastating effects of the Black Death, which wiped out a significant portion of the population. The plague's impact was not just a human tragedy, but also a catalyst for profound transformation. This demographic shift had profound social and economic consequences, leading to labour shortages, religious anxieties, and a reassessment of social hierarchies. The scarcity of labourers meant that workers could demand better wages and conditions, subtly shifting the power dynamics of the time. Amidst these turbulent times, fashion emerged as a powerful tool for expressing identity, status, and aspiration. Clothing became a visual language through which individuals could communicate their place in society and their personal ambitions. Gone were the simple tunics and loose robes of the earlier medieval period. These garments, while practical, no longer sufficed in a world that was becoming increasingly complex and stratified. In their place arose a new aesthetic that embraced extravagance, innovation, and a touch of rebellion. Fashion began to reflect the dynamic changes of the era, with bold designs and luxurious materials becoming more prevalent. The late medieval period witnessed a surge in the complexity and sophistication of clothing, reflecting the changing social landscape and a growing fascination with personal adornment. Tailors and artisans pushed the boundaries of their craft, creating garments that were not only functional, but also works of art. This was an era where fashion truly came into its own, becoming a vibrant tapestry woven from threads of tradition, innovation, and social commentary. Each piece of clothing told a story, blending the old with the new, and making statements about the wearer's beliefs and values. Imagine walking through a bustling medieval city. The streets are alive with activity, a microcosm of the broader societal shifts taking place. The air is thick with the scent of spices, leather, and freshly dyed fabrics. These sensory experiences are a testament to the vibrant trade networks and the cultural exchanges that were becoming increasingly common. Merchants hawk their wares from stalls overflowing with silks from the east, while noblemen and women parade in richly embroidered gowns and doublets. These garments were not just for show. They were symbols of wealth, power, and connection to the wider world. The streets are a riot of colour, texture, and sound, a testament to the vitality and creativity of late medieval fashion. Every corner of the marketplace offers a new discovery, from intricate jewellery to exotic fabrics. This was a time when clothing was not just a necessity, but a powerful form of self-expression, a way to navigate the complexities of a world in flux and announce one's place within it. Fashion became a means of asserting individuality and navigating the rapidly changing social landscape, making it an essential aspect of life in the late Middle Ages. The Black Death, a catastrophic pandemic that swept across Europe in the mid-14th century, had a profound and lasting impact on fashion. This devastating event, which claimed the lives of millions, left an indelible mark on society, altering not just the demographic landscape, but also the cultural and economic fabric of the time. While the immediate aftermath of the plague brought widespread death and despair, it also led to significant social and economic changes that would reshape the sartorial landscape. The sheer scale of the tragedy forced communities to rethink their way of life, and this included their approach to clothing and personal adornment. With the decimation of the population, labour became scarce, and those who survived the plague found themselves with greater economic mobility. This shift in the labour market meant that workers could demand higher wages and better working conditions, leading to an increase in disposable income for many. This newfound prosperity, coupled with a desire to embrace life's pleasures in the face of mortality, fueled a demand for luxury goods, including fine fabrics and elaborate clothing. People sought to display their wealth and status through their attire, leading to a flourishing market for sumptuous textiles and intricate designs. The Black Death, in a strange twist of fate, became an unlikely catalyst for fashion innovation. As people sought to express their individuality and newfound social status, they began to experiment with new styles and materials, pushing the boundaries of traditional medieval fashion. Sumptuary laws, designed to regulate consumption and maintain social order, became increasingly common as authorities attempted to control the burgeoning appetite for extravagance. These laws aimed to preserve the distinctions between social classes by dictating what individuals could wear based on their rank and wealth. The Black Death's impact on fashion was not limited to economics. The psychological and emotional toll of the pandemic also played a significant role in shaping sartorial trends. The immense loss of life led to a heightened awareness of mortality, prompting a fascination with death and the afterlife that found expression in clothing. The immense loss of life led to a heightened awareness of mortality, prompting a fascination with death and the afterlife that found expression in clothing. This period saw a marked increase in the use of darker colours, such as black and deep purple, which became increasingly fashionable as symbols of mourning and the fleeting nature of life. Darker colours, such as black and deep purple, became increasingly fashionable, symbolising both mourning and the fleeting nature of life. These hues were not only a reflection of the sombre mood of the times, but also a way for individuals to express their personal grief and contemplation of mortality. Skulls, bones, and other macabre motifs appeared as decorative elements, serving as stark reminders of human fragility. These symbols of death and decay were incorporated into clothing and accessories, creating a unique blend of fashion and memento mori. The Black Death, while a tragedy of unimaginable proportions, inadvertently ushered in a new era of fashion consciousness. It challenged traditional notions of social hierarchy, fueled a desire for personal expression, and ultimately paved the way for the sartorial extravagance of the Renaissance. It challenged traditional notions of social hierarchy, fueled a desire for personal expression, and ultimately paved the way for the sartorial extravagance of the Renaissance. The period following the Black Death saw a remarkable transformation in fashion as people from all walks of life began to experiment with new styles, materials, and forms of self-expression, setting the stage for the vibrant and diverse fashion landscape of the Renaissance. The late Middle Ages witnessed a flourishing of textile production and trade, a period marked by significant advancements in weaving techniques and the establishment of bustling textile markets across Europe. This surge in production led to an unprecedented availability of luxurious fabrics, transforming the fashion landscape of the time. Silk, once a rare and costly import from the East, became increasingly common, particularly in Italy, where thriving silk industries emerged. Italian silk weavers perfected their craft, producing exquisite patterns that were highly coveted across Europe. Velvet, with its rich pile and luxurious drape, was another highly sought-after fabric. Its ability to convey both wealth and sophistication made it a favorite among the nobility and the affluent merchant class. Brocade, a heavy fabric woven with intricate patterns using gold or silver threads, was reserved for the elite. This opulent material adorned the robes of royalty and high-ranking clergy, symbolizing their elevated status and power. The increasing availability of luxurious fabrics, however, led to anxieties about social mobility and the blurring of class distinctions. As commoners began to acquire and wear these once exclusive materials, the traditional markers of social status became less distinct. In response, sumptuary laws, designed to regulate consumption and maintain social order, proliferated during this period. These laws were a means for the ruling classes to assert control and reinforce the existing social hierarchy. These laws dictated who could wear certain fabrics, colors, and styles of clothing, aiming to reinforce social hierarchies and prevent excessive displays of wealth. For instance, only the nobility could wear certain colors like purple, which was associated with royalty. For example, commoners might be forbidden from wearing silk or velvet, while nobles might be restricted in the number of jewels they could display on their clothing. These regulations were meticulously detailed, covering everything from the type of fabric to the length of garments. Penalties for violating sumptuary laws varied widely, ranging from fines to imprisonment, and even, in some cases, confiscation of property. These harsh penalties underscored the importance placed on maintaining social order and the clear distinctions between different social classes. Despite these regulations, the allure of luxurious fabrics continued to captivate people from all walks of life, driving a thriving black market for forbidden textiles. This underground trade further complicated the enforcement of sumptuary laws, highlighting the persistent desire for social mobility and the power of fashion as a symbol of status.
Absolutely. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content like this. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue creating quality videos. Thank you for watching and being a part of our community. Remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest uploads. Your support keeps us going.